Over the past year, a lot of stakeholders in Buncombe County, to include the Sheriff's Office, Asheville Police Department, the District Attorney's Office, Mission Hospital, Health and Human Services, just a cadre of folks, to include Commissioner Holly Jones, have been working together to try to come up with a better best practice for how we deal with cases of domestic violence. What 2013 really showed us here in Buncombe County was that problem is increasingly getting worse. In 2013, we had 5 intimate partner domestic violence homicides. So with the conversation that had been going on, which was really highlighted by those tragedies in 2013, a group to include retired Judge Rebecca Knight came together to draw empirical information and really look around the state as well as the country to look at best practice models that were out there in place and working to reduce those intimate partner domestic violence homicides.
The Buncombe County Comprehensive Domestic Violence Plan is not focusing on just any one area. It has 5 areas of approach, 5 prongs. 1 is a high-risk domestic violence team. 2 is the use of an evidence-based lethality assessment so we can identify victims who are in the most danger. 3 is a focused deterrence program where we can get offenders, get their attention, and let them know that our community doesn't tolerate domestic violence. 4 is an electronic monitoring program to alert victims and law enforcement when an offender has violated the conditions of his inclusion or exclusion zones. The 5th prong is a cross-system dialogue to make sure that we're communicating as a community and as professionals to expedite conveying information where it needs to go as soon as possible.
Public safety has to be our #1 priority. As I've looked and learned more and more about the epidemic of domestic violence and working with the YWCA USA, who has services across the country providing shelter and references for women fleeing domestic violence, I started looking for the best practices in other communities. And I came across a model that had some powerful impacts in Massachusetts. And so very quickly, I passed along this research and this model to staff at Buncombe County, and no surprise to me, but Mandy Stone and Rich Munger jumped on it immediately. They saw the possibility for returning those powerful results that had happened in other communities to our community, and as they say, then things really got rolling.
What I'm excited about in this initiative is the dual focus. There are components of it that are about the containment of the offender, ensuring that the victim's safe, ensuring that the community's safe from that individual, and then there are also components of it that focus on the victim's safety and how we provide the resources to support that victim in moving to a safe and sustainable independent living arrangement for themselves and often their children.
We're incredibly excited that the new domestic violence initiative is taking place. It represents an interweaving of nonprofit and government systems to a degree that hasn't happened before here in Buncombe County. Helpmate will be one of the agencies that does lethality assessments with victims to try to determine what their risk is of murder or attempted murder from their partner. We'll also participate in the cross-system dialogues to try to make sure that we as a system are working as effectively as possible so that no matter where that victim first encounters the helping system, they get the same high-quality level of response anywhere that they may enter.
A lot of times in domestic violence, different agencies have different information and it's not always been shared in the past because of issues of confidentiality, because of issues of certain agencies are not located in and around the court system, so we don't always see each other. But now with this new collaboration, what we're going to do is make sure that we share information, that we meet on a regular basis to talk about these cases that have been identified as special cases that need the extra attention. And I believe that will allow us to better serve the victims in these cases, better serve the community by making it a safer community, and better able to tailor the punishment so that it will fit exactly the needs of each criminal defendant.
ultimately, the goal for this program is for women to feel safe in their communities and have peace of mind. In the long run, we also hope to look at preventing violence from the very beginning, and this will start with our children. But I'm very excited about the start that we have and that we're about to embark on.